What's going on, Western Shed Hunters? I thought I would do, since it's like a couple months till shed season, kind of a dry spell in the winter here in Colorado. December 31st was our last day of shed hunting, which I went, and I found that really big chalky set, 330 class bull. Took some of the comments and ideas, appreciated it a lot, tried it, did it, and I restored him. So I'm gonna do like a show and tell. 2021 was my first year shed hunting. It was a really good year. Over 300 sheds found. Picked a spot on a map, went to it, hiked it, like over 400 miles, wore out 2 pairs of boots, like wore them out. And it was pretty fun. So here's that set I found. Restored it. He's a 7x7. The critters, God, he's big. It curls in good. The critters chewed through this and I broke it, setting my pack down. I've got it. I'm gonna dowel it, put a dowel in it, get it to stay. But yeah, this dude's bad. 1 pound, one side was 9 pounds, 6 ounces. The other was 9 pounds, 9 ounces. Heaviest set that I found ever. So the first shed I'm going to show, this was my first deer brown. I found it my second hike. Really cool. Awesome shed. 72 inches on that single side. That's the first deer brown I ever found, second hike. And then middle of May, went to a spot where my dad and I got his elk that third season. And my first ever elk brown, a monster. Actually, I'm happy it was this size because then I didn't, feel obligated to sell it. And so little bitty 4, and you have no idea how happy I was when I found that, because all I wanted to find was an elk brown. That's all I wanted, and I found it, and that's my trophy find right there. Next, I have a deer shed, and I put in a ridiculous hike to find this guy. Found 2 of them. It was a boatload of miles. It was like 18 miles, but I seen some vehicle tracks coming from private, or I seen a couple shed bulls, so I'm pretty sure them suckers picked up those bulls' antlers, and they drove in Forest Service where there was no roads, which is illegal, but whatever. But I found this guy. That cheater, drop, whatever you want to call it, 8 inches. 8 inches. He's a sick dude. And the critters already chewed. Found him in his bedding area. Chewed his eye guard off. Ridiculous. Oh, monsters. So I kept him because I've seen so many videos where deer have these cheaters that are like 3 inches. This and that. They're like, look at that cheater. Well, this one's 8. Yeah. My first ever 6-point, which this was on the day I found 25 sheds. I posted some pictures of that one on Western Shed Hunters. 6 points. Not sure what he's got going on right there, but he's cool. This dude's wicked. I couldn't find his match. Hiked all over the place. Could not find it. Even went back there with my dad. We couldn't find it. And then my one and only moose paddle, which my dad found a giant brown moose paddle, but this is my moose paddle. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, a busted elk shed. Huh, cool. Then I walked up on it because all I could see was this part, which I thought it was like his front, And I could see like that part, so I thought that was like his third, but it wasn't. So my one and only moose paddle, which I pulled a trifecta that day, found a 6-point elk shed, just one elk shed, found like 4 or 5 deer sheds, and one moose paddle. So that was a good hike. And my son, which is 9, found his first ever sheds that day. Found a really, really big, sweet 4-point, like huge. It's like probably 78-inch single. It's giant, hard white. And I think I found his other side, which it was a 3-point, but it was probably like a 74-inch 3-point. It was stupid big. So now, this ain't a keeper unless I get the right price for it. I don't know. We'll see. But this is my biggest brown mule deer set. He had just over 21 inches in mass. He's sick. And some experts on Western Shed Hunter tried to tell me he was 140 inch. Good luck with that. Probably because they've never seen 169 inches of bone measurement before. But yeah, dude's huge. All kinds of wicked little cheaters coming off of them, kickers, just gnarly bases, cool stuff. So, but we'll see what kind of price I get. Probably something like that. I mean, he's a toad. So I'm 6 foot tall, and this guy's just a giant. He's so cool. Then when I was elk and deer hunting in Wyoming with my son, found my first ever whitetail shed. Little chunk of BLM. And my son actually found the other side. So he's got that in his bedroom. And then I've got this in my keeper pile, because that was my first ever little whitetail. Tiny little guy. But yeah, so those are my keepers for this year. Those are the ones that are staying with me. I'm going to keep this chalk set that is now kind of a brown set, and just a cool dude. He's big. And an over-the-counter unit, which is also where I found, here's this little piece that broke 3 inches, which is where I found my biggest elk set. And I also put that on Western Shed Hunter. He was a big set. He was in the 330, 340s. Nice set. Big 6x7, but he busted off his 7th underneath his G3. It came off the main beam. With as much as broke, I think it was probably pretty big. Probably 15, 20 inches, but which would have gave him a better score. I hope to see your keepers from this year. 2021 was a great year. First year. 2022, now that I have an idea as to where to go and what to do, might be better. So good luck to you.